World of Warcraft. I thought I was going to be completely done with it. But there's a 15th anniversary going on. And I'm still alive, so might as well participate. Spent 185,000 gold to get a WoW token for the 1 month. So what I'm going to do is a few of activities. I'm going to record it in 4K, 60 FPS. The last recording I did, I had a problem with my integrated wireless solution in the motherboard where it was not active. It was not enabled. It was not running for some reason. And this happened after I brought my computer back upstairs from having it attached to the TV. And I was really frustrated with this problem that persisted through reboots, persisted through uninstalling it, attempting to reinstall, and I ended up pressing a button on the back of my PC that I didn't know what it was. I couldn't even see it because it was dark. And it turns out it reset the BIOS. And so upon resetting it, I had to go and manually set my settings back to what they should be, like my CPU overclock. But one of the things I forgot to do was to enable the gosh darn integrated GPU support. So when I recorded that video of the war campaign, which I have set to go, actually I haven't even uploaded it, but when I do, I'm going to set it to go public exactly 1 year from when it was recorded. So November 18th, I think, 2020, November 17th or 18th, 2020, it will be scheduled to go live. But I had to encode it using the
target.
Using the NVIDIA GPU, and so in some certain areas there were the encoding could not keep up because the GPU was taxed too much. Last time I played, I ran a mission with 195%, which means there was a 95% chance to get the bonus loot. And is my cursor showing up? I don't see my cursor. This is really strange, actually. What is going on here? Yeah, for some reason it's capturing like this. And it is not capturing the cursor. So I'm playing full screen windowed, but the window capture doesn't actually work. It's just a frozen. So I have to use game capture. Right now it's totally messed up. So let's try changing some things here. Okay. Can see my cursor now? Yes, it can. Okay. I've seen some videos of World of Warcraft where the person did not have their cursor visible. Super annoying. to not be able to see what they're hovering over. So anyways, I had some frame drops, and now I was able to re-enable the integrated GPU on my Intel i5 6600K, I think is the model. I always forget the model. I think it's the 6600K. It's a Skylake. Incredible that none of my champions have reached legendary quality yet. Crazy how slow it is. Absolutely insane how slow they made it. Also pretty pathetic how little gold you can get from running these missions. It used to be so good during Legion. You could get so much gold from missions. Now it's pathetic. Long mission times for barely any gold. Run this mission. Now, what are the emissaries? I should have... Oh. Okay. Oh. I don't need to do any of that, I don't think. Alright, so... Looks like I need to go speak with Sylvanas in Orgrimmar. Also, for some reason, my microphone audio didn't sound that great when I produced that previous video. My mic, it just didn't sound right. Let me check my mic settings. Make sure it's at the correct quality. It is 2-channel, 16-bit, 48,000 hertz. That is correct. I don't know what's going on with that. Alright. Looks like some Warfront is active. I did that in Warfront once. I also did this Stromgarde, Wrathy Highlands, Warfront once. Yeah, I think I had my fill of them.
They say you have the heir of the throne? Give my regards.
So, I think I will just, for now, do one thing at a time. One thing per video. So what I'm going to do now is, today Tuesday, or, okay, it's Wednesday. So I want to go do the Sunwell. I'm going to do a full run. How do you do that? Trashmaster's mantle. They give you a 415 item for that? That's something they added at some point. I got way too much stuff in my inventory, but I'm out of bank space because I got way too much stuff in my bank as well. We can drop in At least something. So that needs to be sent to Jalen says. Scrap grenades, man. It's so much of this stuff is just Mechagon shit.
May the Loa bring you fortune.
Oh, I can sell these. What is this? Darkmoon ride ticket. Get rid of that. Gotta be in Nazjatar to use that. I guess I'll go do that. Real quick. Hardened Springs. This from Ice Crown. Slide around on the shell. I mean, it's so pointless. It's actually very fast though. Last 2 minutes as well. It doesn't have any area restrictions, so you could use this item pretty effectively. But of course it's consumable, so. Do I have another one? It's a bright spine shell. Let's just turn that off. Let's use the fish. And we can kick it around a little bit. For what purpose? I do not know. I was going to do the dinosaur bone grind, but it turns out a lot of people do that grind, and it's pretty tough to make that work. If only they didn't have connected realms, or they didn't have, what do they call the feature where they put people from various unconnected realms together? I forget what they call that. Anything else I can shove in here? Not really. So I need to go dismantle some of this equipment. Don't need that. Yeah. What I got's probably better. There's this Ashari Stormbringer's leg guard. Oh, that's way worse than the Dreadmires. I think I got the Dreadmire from the World Quest, I suppose. This cloak I got from a world boss. Nazjatar world boss. I'm actually getting some Titan Residuum. I've not been getting very much of that. Yeah, I've got less than 400, and more than half of that I got just now.
which lower do you bargain with? Zandala forever.
Everything is just full. I gotta create more characters for banking. It's getting out of hand. Let's go here real quick. And use this tote bag. And I didn't get anything good, just a buff. Which allows me to do that. But it's gonna go away as soon as I leave, so. There are some useful things that can come out of the bag. But not today. Initially tried running this game off of my hard drive. 7200 RPM, Western Digital Black. It did not work. The game was so slow to load. So I made space for it on the SSD. Pretty much how the game needs to be played. It loads very quickly on an SSD, of course. I did not time that well. So, as you can see, I have almost everything out of the Sunwell Plateau. At least that this character can learn or add to my collections. I have very little of the other armor class types. I have not been running it on other characters. But this is the one I want the most. This is the one I've been doing this for the whole time. How many attempts are we on? "39 attempts. This will be attempt 30. I mean, attempt 40. And I try to pull this trash. Get a shot at this zone drop of the schematic. I do have the schematic, engineering schematic that shamans need for their engineering helm out of here, but unfortunately, I'll grab these two. Unfortunately, I can't even learn it as a hunter. It's male, but I'm not allowed to learn it. I don't know why they made class-specific stuff like that. Especially given how darn rare those engineering schematics are to drop. There's one of the zone drops, but I got that long time ago.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
So I want to keep that.
Many farewells.
No longer will I be a slave to Malagos. Challenge me and you will be destroyed.
Pretty quick run, about 15 minutes. What's going on here? Thank you.
Your misery is never on the losing side. I am forever in your debt. Once we have triumphed over Kill Jaden, this entire world will be in your debt as well.
Kill Jaden must be destroyed.
I have many wares. Farewell, friend of the grove.
One of the things I always do. Rush through here.
Hold, friend.
And get outside before
she
she blocks it off. Oh shit, did they change it?
Where is Onvina, demon? What has become of
Oh wow, they changed it so you don't get blocked in there.
Puny lizard! Death is the only answer you will find here.
Oh, I did this last week and I didn't look back and I didn't notice that they have a hole in the ice now. So you don't have to wait up top, you can just run out.
Tell me where they are.
Really weird that they would change that. Because it doesn't matter, you still have to wait.
Magic is weak.
The event still has to play out. I don't know.
Speak. I grow weary of asking.
Getting 30 FPS here.
I will crush you.
Malagos, my lord.
For some reason
I
that
did my
uses
best.
massive amount of
That
GPU.
was fun, but I still await a true challenge. Come, try your luck.
What just happened here? That was really weird. All right.
Last with a slaughter. Well done. Now, this gets interesting.
Before they did the level not level squish, that's coming up soon. Before they did the item level squish, you could just one-shot all these old bosses by looking at them.
Many deals for a friend.
But now they take a few hits. They're still absolutely, completely trivial. It's just you can't kill them in one hit. Just because of how the scaling worked. They are less trivial than they used to be. It's kind of funny to hit something that only has a boss that only has a few 100,000 hit points for several million, like 30 million, but it doesn't work like that anymore. With the item level squish, they got rid of all of the exponential increases in power that were embedded due to having so many expansions on top of each other.
Glory to Kill Jaden. Death to all who
So the amount that you completely overpower this old content decreased. You still completely overpowered. It's just the degree to which it's completely overpowered is not as insane as it used to be, which is
Many deals for a friend
fine,
like you.
but
Madragosa deserved a far better fate.
it's a little
You
less
did what had to
cool.
be done. But this battle is far from over.
Back when I did this raid and when it was current content, 2008, never would have dreamed of viewing it in 4K resolution. 4K was like, it was just a dream at that point. Most people weren't even playing at 1080p in 2008. Most people, in fact, probably weren't even playing with wide screen displays yet. I was playing with a 16:10 aspect ratio display. And that was the common aspect ratio for widescreen monitors, but once the 1080p monitors came out, 16:9 became the standard. It's just better for watching video, movies. It's perfectly fine aspect ratio for widescreen gaming. In fact, it's slightly wider.
Misery, depravity, confusion, hatred, mistrust, chaos.
You can't actually
These are the hallmarks.
simultaneously kill both of these for some reason. Even if you use Cobra Shot, which hits them both at the same exact time with one button press, and is capable of one-shotting them, still doesn't get the job done. I usually don't pull these anymore because one of these mob types put a very nasty debuff on that makes you super slow. And I think I might have a pet that has an ability that can remove curses and diseases, but I don't know if I've got it in my current stable. I'll try and kill this stuff before they debuff me. I wonder, does Muro actually die? Will I get a reset on my Murder of Crows? No. And even killing Entropius doesn't make it work. I'm having a really hard time getting these Garments of Serene Shores. I have gotten them before, but I didn't realize that there was another appearance. I don't actually need the appearance. It says, can be exchanged for appearances you don't need. Which means I actually have that appearance. The reason it's still here is because I don't have that appearance from that item. And I'm not going crazy on 100% completion because obviously I do not expect to get all the things in the game. But it would be nice to get that appearance if I can. from that appearance from that item, to be more specific. All right, here we go. Attempt number 40 on Kill Jaden. Pretty nice animation there. Unfortunately, I never saw it because my guild didn't get anywhere near Kill Jaden during the Burning Crusade. Alright, here it is. Attempt 40. Oh, God. I've actually gone and checked to see that it's still in the game.
This day you changed the course of destiny.
And it is,
Once corrupt,
as far as I
is
can
now
tell.
pure.
And they are actually going to allow transmogging of legendaries, probably starting in Shadowlands, I would guess. Or maybe if they do 8.3.5, they'll do it then. But they have promised it is coming, so if I was going to continue playing the game, it wouldn't be for nothing doing all these runs. And also, it doesn't correctly count my attempts. It double counts for some reason. I don't know why. So I assume it's 1 out of 100. So that's why it's saying that if I was to get it today, I would be lucky. So it says luckiness zone lucky.
Here today was foretold long ago. My brothers and
The likelihood of me getting it after 43 attempts, I don't know why it says 43. But the likelihood of me getting it after this many attempts is only 1 in 3.
against the burning crusade.
So that's why it says I'm lucky if I get it. But I'm hoping to get it a lot sooner than that, you know what I mean?
Proud in the knowledge
You know what I'm
that
saying?
you have saved worlds without number from the flame. Just as
I think they had a different voice actor for Velen during Burning Crusade. But he does sound very similar. Similar to the more modern voice acting of Velen. So,
Looking for something
let's go
specific?
to Ares. Aerith Primrose. I've been trying to sell some of this stuff, it just isn't happening.
See you later.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Orgrimmar and I'm going to start another recording and I'm going to do this war campaign phase. Which should be the end of the war campaign. I think this is the 8.2, the end of the 8.2 war campaign phase. The previous war campaign quest line where we go rescue Bane was the beginning of it, but I think now this will be the end of it. So that's going to be it.